How the sun was created. The origin of the sun, like the rest of the stars, there are the galaxy, is key understand, and only scientists can choose certain hypotheses from the and information they have collected during years of the research. Between these hypotheses, this is that has more accepted among the community astronauts and scientists. It is the hypothesis nebula proposed by Emmanuel Stronderberg in 1734 from which the debris and more molecular model variant called the core model of the solar regular. This house proposal was started by the Russian Victor Sanus and picked at the later year quarter of the beginning of the 17th. According to the thought how these two scientists everything start to approach 45 billion years when the part of the molecular cloud which is cloud of dust and gas compound later of during going to collapse due to the strength of the gravity. But the code had started the collapse is still not every clear that was it. That started this color compress process particular that the confront of the star. However, that's the scientific suggests what started first that the energy radial from star older ones or also that was that of supernovas never cloud start the process of the formation of the star regardless of the cold start the collapse of the particle of the molar cloud of the research regular hypothesis nebular and the variant model proposed that the most extensive cloud also called molecular cloud newly start of the condense and the collie of the each were the other and more of them of that time was passing during its process of the calling of the union even particular in injecting energy start to formation into new beginning gradually where the center where are the molecular winning were more constrained and the whole area it is that even if this process of the training for a start may less probably 100,000 years. Temperature of the century was high enough that the nuclear fusion began converting the hydrogen atom of the helium atom general energy that the continuum produce of the energy called radium began destroying the concentric particular killing of the protostar or the sun of this year.
The sun characterizes and structure. The sun is a star located in the southern center of the solar system. The Earth, with another planet, asteroid, meteorites, comets, and space dust orbit around it, conforming the largest energy source of its constellation. It has a special shape due to its rotational motion. Also, it has a mild polar flattening, as in any massive body, and the matter that constitution is attracted forward the object's center due to its high gravitational force. Core of the sun. It occupies 100,000 kilometers of the solar radius. It means it represents 1/5 of the same, and is in the zone where the nuclear relation happens, providing all the energy that the sun produces. Is mean that the core is the generation of the sun's energy. Radioactive zone. The particles that transport the energy through to escape to the outside in a trip that can be of 100,000 years, because continually these are absorbed and received on other directions different to those that have connective zones. In this zone is producing the convection phenomenon. It means that columns of hot gas ascend to the surface until cool down and descend again. Photospheric. It's a thin layer of 300 kilometers begging the sun's part that we can see is the surface. From there, the light and hot are radiated to the space. The temperature is of 5,000 Celsius degrees. In the photosphere appear the dark stains and the factors. These are bright regions around the stains with a temperature higher than the normal in the photosphere, and these are related with the sun's magnetic fields. Chromosphere. It can only be seen totally in a solar eclipse. It is a reddish color, of a very low density and very high temperature of 500,000 degrees. It is formed with rare gases and exists a strong magnetic field here. Crow. It is a very extensive with high temperature and very low density too. It is conformed with rare gases, gigantic magnetic fields that vary ashore. This then is a awesome view during the totality of the solar eclipse. Also the sun absorbed matter is big and has more strength that often is attract asteroids and comets that pass closely from the Earth. We can see the exterior that only called photosphere.
Definition of Sun. In the astronomical field, the Sun is known as the star that constitutes the center of the solar system, where the Earth is with other celestial bodies like satellites, comets, asteroids, and the planets. Although lately we talk about the importance of protecting ourselves from ultraviolet rays for the purpose of to avoid skin diseases, we also talk about the importance of receiving it in a moderate way to stimulate natural process at the physiological level. However, the benefits of sunlight aren't only for humans, but also for the entire planet, which uses solar energy as a natural source of energy, since it's renewable, clean, high performance, and especially indispensable for the life of the majority of living beings. In addition, thanks to the incidence of sunlight in the water cycle, it's possible to evaporate water sources, to move them from one place to another, and to produce the rains, vital for living beings and the life for different sources of water, like rivers or lakes. Then, the effects of this star on Earth are evident. The weather and the greenhouse effect are completely linked to solar radiation. What would happen if the sun disappears completely? If the sun disappeared, we will take a little more than 8 minutes to get dark, because that's the time it takes for its light to reach the Earth. Also, the consequences would not be instantaneous. The Earth would keep its heat for some time, thanks to its core. Darkness. After the sun burned out, it would get dark, but we could not see the moon because it doesn't produce its own light, but reflects the sun's rays. The electricity and fossil fuels could be used for a while to have artificial lighting. Temperature of the planet. In a week, the temperature could go down to minus 20 degrees Celsius until marine and ocean surfaces begin to freeze. In 1 year, it goes down until minus 73 degrees Celsius, and by last, it would arrive until minus 240 degrees Celsius, and it would stay constant. Life of Earth. First of all, the plants would be affected, since without the sunlight it couldn't perform the photosynthesis that gives it life. All the small plants would die in a few weeks, while the trees could survive for some years. In this case, the food chain would break, causing the rapid extinction of wild animals, so the last to disappear would be the scavenger animals. The human beings could survive in oceanic depths or underground, where the heat is preserved for more time. Although humanity could not survive, some organisms would continue existing in these bad conditions. For that reason, the life in the Earth would prosper for a while longer. The gravity. Without the mass of the Sun, the gravity that keeps us in orbit would disappear after 8 minutes too, so the solar system's planets would begin to displace, to drift until fall into another gravitation, or until to collide with another celestial body that destroys them. What will really happen with the Sun? The Sun can't disappear from one moment to another. The luminosity of our star increases by 1% every 110 million years. Scientists believe that in about 4 or 5 billion years, the Sun will expand and it will warm the Earth a lot. After, the luminosity will go on expanding until the Sun becomes 121% brighter and hotter than it is now. Then it will enter a red giant phase.